All right, I believe we're live. I have an upcoming Facebook Live webinar, and this is the dry run to see how my timing is. So this is a very quick presentation on how to rank higher in local search. Google, getting your business to the top of Google search. Google has made a lot of updates recently. This is beginning of 2018. And so proximity and location is more of a factor in your search results. So I just wanted to do this quick introductory thing on telling business owners how they can, what actions they can take to rank higher in local search. So quick introduction. My name's Scott Finney, and if you'd like to reach out to me, Twitter's a good channel. You can hit me up on Phineas. Also, I put local SEO content up on dropthestrap.com. Keeping the intro very short in this because I'm going to try to keep the entire presentation under 10 minutes. Let's see how that goes. But what I do is, and what you'll find at dropthestrap.com, I help businesses evaluate all the things they could do online to identify what will get them the results that they're after. This is also referred to as results-oriented marketing. So let's get started here. There is no longer a big yellow book dropped off at your doorstep for you to reference anytime you need the name or phone number of a business in your area. So if you are wanting to show up at the top of the search results for what it is that your business does in the town that you do, Google is going around the internet and looking at places that list the names of businesses and the addresses and the phone numbers and the websites of businesses and making an educated guess on the best results to return to that person searching for a dry cleaner or person searching for insert whatever it is that you offer. And so you can see this graph. This is what's going on, and you can see where the big platforms are pulling their information. See how Apple Maps is populated. See what listings Google's looking at, and Yelp's looking at, and Twitter, and and on and on and on and on. But what I'm here to show you today is the shortcut to get your business to the top. And that shortcut is something called Google My Business. Why is Google My Business important? Well, if you look at these search results on the left side over there, when you're searching and Google kicks up a snack pack map result, the top three there with the pins and the showing you the places, that information there, the name of the business, the reviews, the phone number, the address, the hours of operation, is all coming from the Google My Business profile. On the right-hand side, that's a desktop search for a business. That right-hand column, that box over there with the business information, the address, the phone number, the hours of operation, the photos, the reviews, that is called a knowledge panel, and that is all being driven by the content inside your Google My Business account. So here is how and why it works that you can dominate the local search for your area. And what you want to do is you want to start with a brand search. So a brand search means someone searching for you by name. Now, this is the most important search to lock down the top results on, because this means if the person searching is using the name of your business, that means they already have brand awareness of you. They've already somehow found out about you, whether they used you before, their friend was talking about you, or they saw a TV commercial, they saw your advertisement on the fence at the high school baseball game. Somehow they are aware of you and that you exist, and they're searching for you. So that to test that, you should search for the name of your business. You should search for the name of your business plus your city, and make sure that you're the #1 result. And if you're looking at the map and you're looking at the knowledge panel, then Google My Business is your shortcut to grabbing that top result. So that's how it works of getting you to the top there. And why is because Google is tired of people going to Facebook to talk to businesses, to use Facebook comments and Facebook Messenger and all that to communicate. And Google is tired of people going to Yelp for reviews. You have to understand that all these platforms have one goal. When I say platforms, I'm talking about Facebook, Yelp, Instagram, all those worlds that you can get into online, Pinterest, Reddit, all of them. They all have one goal. That goal is to keep you on their site for longer, because the longer they keep you on their site, the more ads they can throw in your face, and the more ads they can throw in your face, the more money they make. So when Google realizes that everyone's going to Facebook to communicate with businesses, they want to cut that off. When they realize everyone's going to Yelp for reviews, they want to cut that off. Just like Facebook added video because everyone was leaving Facebook to go to YouTube. By the way, YouTube is Google, if you didn't know that already. So let's go on here. Who is Google My Business for? So there's 5 types of businesses. There's the storefront location, and that is, you're like a retail shop. You have a physical address. You want customers to walk in your door. That's storefront location. You have a service area business. That could be like a locksmith or a car detailer, that they come to your home or they come to your residence. You have hybrid businesses, which are the hybrid of the two, storefront and the service area. So in that scenario, a dry cleaners maybe that delivers you see what has like a Chinese delivery restaurant would be a hybrid as well. Then you have individual practitioners. So individual practitioners, that is like a notary, right? Or an attorney that can list themselves, or a physician that can list themselves in addition to their practice. And then the last type is departments or businesses within other businesses. So I'm not going to go too deep into this because it's a small case, it relates to a small percentage of cases, but you can think of this as a university that has different college buildings. Those buildings would have different phone numbers and different addresses, different hours that those buildings are open. You could also think of like the food court and the mall. The mall has its own address and phone number and hours that it's open, but then the particular businesses inside the food court or the kiosk kind of stuff, they could have their own hours and their own phone number. So let's get started here. What do you do to get started on Google My Business? The first thing you do is you gather all the information about your business, and that you want to populate. Now, this is good practice for any of these. This relates to, I'm talking about Google My Business specifically, but these are all takeaways that you can use for all the platforms, for the Yelp, for the Facebook, for all of them. You want to fill out every field that they give you, and you want to fill it out with as much detail as possible. One is, if people are actually, looking at your profile and reading these, then you're in consideration for their business. They're considering you. So the more you can put kind of top of sales funnel, the better. Also, the more information you put in there, you're showing a good signal to those platforms that you are a business owner that cares and you're diligent and you're paying attention. So here are the fields that you need for Google My Business. The name of your business. Now, I put the real world name in your business because this is what people see like on your building. This is what people would search for if everybody calls you, the corner ice cream parlor, and they're searching corner ice cream parlor. Meanwhile, the LLC business entity name is Stanley's Market. They're not going to find you. So you want you want to figure out what that is, that like what people are actually going to be searching for, but actually relate to you. And what some people have kind of done some tricky stuff where they would use keywords of what their business was instead of the name of their business. Just be careful with that. Whether you're going to do it, make sure it's the risk is worth the reward. If you have multiple locations, you want to have your primary business name, but add the location on the end. So, name of business, Memphis location, name of business, Germantown, name of business, Cordova. Those are some examples of different areas of the metro Memphis area. All right. So now let's move over to address. Address is very clear. You want to put the physical address of your business, right? And the way Google My Business works is it uses your physical address as the center location for your service area. Now, you might be on the border of a town and you only service that particular town, but Google doesn't care. Google is using, they're going to, it radiates out from your business. You can have additional service areas, but just know that they're using that as the central location, and you want to you can pick whether it displays your address or not. If you're asking why you would do that, if you're like say a notary or something like that, you might not want to list your home address on the internet. But there's a lot of benefit of listing your actual home address on there, just to give more identity to you. The way you will verify this is Google will send you a postcard, and it shows up 5 to 7 days later with a little PIN number on there. PO boxes are not allowed. This is pretty much kind of a crackdown of people using PO boxes to establish multiple locations in places that they didn't really exist. Let's see what else. There are rare cases that they'll allow you to drop a PIN to verify your business. That's just like if you say you have a log cabin in the middle of nowhere. There are ways around this, but it takes some extra work. If you can do the postcard verification, do it. That's your best bet right there. So now phone number. Google wants the phone number that connects to that location. So don't use an 800 number, and try to use a local number if at all possible, like the local area code. That's seen as a better indicator that you're actually there. They really want, a person sitting at that location to answer the phone. So not to say you can't use some phone forwarding stuff, but that's what that's why they want the local number instead of an 800 number. And if you have multiple locations, they want unique phone numbers for all those locations, even if they do forward to one central call bank. They still want those unique phone numbers. Now let's talk about the website. This is something that trips up a lot of people. The website, right? Whether you have one or whether you don't, and what that website looks like if you do, and if it's a benefit or a hindrance or whatever. So anyway, business listings with a website get 25 to 35% more clicks than listings without one. And that is from Google saying that. You can't believe everything Google tells you to say. You can't believe everything they say, but you can take it in high consideration. The website you provide should be a link to that individual location, right? What I mean by that is if you have a website for your business, if it's just one page and all the information about your business is one page, you don't have a decision to make. You just put the root domain, you put the whatever.com or whatever.org or whatever.net. But if you have multiple locations, you should have a page on your website for each location. And then in that case, you want to direct your Google My Business locations to the location that is for that particular storefront, for that physical address. And the link should not redirect or refer to any other businesses. That's just, preventing people from setting up massive lead generation funnels and that kind of thing. If you don't have the time or the budget for a website, you are in huge luck, because Google My Business just recently rolled out a one-page website creator, and you can do it within the Google My Business platform. All you have to do is upload. I've got a post where I talk about this in more detail on dropthestrap.com, but you just need to upload a image and fill in a couple of additional fields about your business. But it auto-populates the name, the address, the phone, the hours of operation, pulling directly from your Google My Business. And if you're wondering what you should have on a website, then you probably want to look at these Google My Business generated websites, because that's a good indicator. If Google's giving you this tool to make a website, if you don't have a website, then that's a great indicator of what Google wants to see on a local business website. All right, let's move on to business hours. Business hours are huge. Make sure they're accurate. Here's another quote from Google. 40% of people searching for local information are looking for business hours. Think about it. When you're on your phone and you're looking for whatever, a place to eat, or a place to go for whatever it is. If you're looking for a bike shop, if you're looking for a dry cleaner, if you're looking for a place to buy some shoes, you want to know if that place is open before you drive over there. And Google puts that in the search results, in the map results, in the knowledge panel results, and it's all coming from your Google My Business. So provide your daily hours of operation. You want to make sure that they're consistent with your website and with Facebook and Yelp and Yahoo listings. Those other platforms don't facilitate special hours as well as Google My Business. If you go into Google My Business, it'll prompt you, like we're coming up to President's Day, and some people alter their hours for President's Day, and Google will ask you, is it regular hours or is it special hours for these coming holidays, Easter, Christmas, all that stuff? And you want to go in there and you want to update that. You want to confirm you're open for your regular hours or put your special hours in. Otherwise, they put a little thing under it that says hours may vary due to holiday. If you go in and confirm your hours, though, they don't put that little thing in there. So putting that little thing in there, raises doubt as to whether you're open or not, and you don't want to do that. If someone's looking for your business, you want them to contact you. So, and that's also a great indicator to Google that you care and you're paying attention and you're a diligent, provider of whatever it is that you provide. Next, we have categories. So Google wants you to pick the category that most identifies your business. And so I have a searchable list, and I didn't put a link in here, but what you want to do though is you want to search the options that they provide, but you also want to double check and make sure that Google is kicking back a map result for that category. So if you have a business that falls under multiple categories, let's say a dentist, there's like regular dental stuff, there's teeth whitening, there's all these subcategory services like attorneys. There's all kinds of attorney services, bankruptcy attorney, divorce attorney, all that kind of stuff. And depending on your location, some of those Google search results kick back a map with the top 3, and some don't kick back a map. So you want to make sure that for that primary category that you pick, make sure Google is kicking back a map. And it's really easy. Just search, if you're in your local area, search that category in the Google bar. And if there's a map in the results, you're good. If there's not a map in the results, then find another primary category. There are also subcategories you can list, and that's what I mentioned. Like, if you're an attorney and you offer, personal injury and all kinds of other subcategories, make sure you list all those. And then, but make sure. There's some technical stuff behind the scenes. You can look at your competition and that kind of stuff. But this is a very high level, anyone can do presentation. So I just want to get, by the end of this, I want you feeling confident you can go set up your account and not get bogged down by the details. So moving on, URLs. Depending on that primary category that you picked, you might get additional URLs. So URLs are websites, whatevers.com. Now, if your business is just kind of like a straightforward retail, then it's most likely just going to give you one URL. If you have a business like a spa or hair salon, nail salon, then a lot of those businesses allow you to make reservations or book appointments through the internet online. And in those cases, and this is why it depends on your category, you can put additional URLs. Now, Google plays nice with some platforms, depending on your point of sales. If you have appointment booking through your point of sales, and depending on what that runs on, or if you're using ticketing software or whatnot, then some of them are already hooked up to work directly with Google My Business, and you can see those once you get into the platform. Excuse me. All right, so let's move on. I feel like I'm probably already over my 10 minutes. So now that you've gone through all that and you've gathered all that information about your business in one place, and I encourage you to put all that in a spreadsheet and keep it on file somewhere, that when it comes time to create a new account like Yelp or Facebook or whatever, then you already have all that information in one place, and you want to keep that information consistent. Your name, address, phone number, website, but then also all those additional things too. So go claim your account. All right. And you do that, google.com/business. That is that screenshot you saw earlier, the Google My Business landing page. Go in there, fill out all the information you can, and get verified. There are multiple ways to get verified, but if you can do the postcard to your address, just do that. They say it takes a couple weeks, and as soon as you get it and put that PIN in, you're completely verified. And if the card doesn't work, there are other options to get verified, but I'll just ping me if you have issues there or special scenario, and I can help you in where you need to go. All right. So beyond the basics, now that you're up and running on your Google My Business account, depending on your location, you could be in the 3-pack. You could be dominating your local search. You could be, if you're the only bicycle shop in town and people are looking for bicycle shops and you've got a Google My Business account, then you better be there in the 3-pack and beating out the big box stores, because you're offering exactly what they are looking for. Now, the difficulty of local search is largely based on the activity of your competition. Now, if you've got competition that's doing a lot of stuff online, that is giving Google indications that they are doing what they say they're doing, then Google probably has more confidence in directing people to them. So be aware of what your competition's doing. Be aware of what activities are looked at as favorable to Google versus things that Google doesn't even care or pay attention. Make sure you're putting your effort towards the stuff that's moving the needle. So, and then I've got, verify your account. Chances are bike shop plus your city, if you're the only bike shop in town. All right, so let's go on. What's next? Learn the Google My Business platform. Now that you've got it set up, post photos in there. If you go into the dashboard and poke around, you'll see that there's a lot more to it than just your initial information. They also give you insights and analytics on how many people are viewing it, whether they're viewing by searching for you directly or whether they're seeing you in the maps or search results by searching for the services that you provide. How many people click through to call you? How many people click through to your website? And you want to think about turning on the messaging. They have a messaging platform. It'll text directly to your phone if you link it up. And then, you've got the photos and all that stuff. But the most important thing is get reviews. If you're going to pop up in that 3-pack, then you want to have reviews so people feel confident calling you. And what, like it or not, people are using reviews on Amazon and all these other platforms to make buying decisions. So get reviews and make it as easy as possible for your customers to review you. If you've done stuff online, you know how difficult it is to get someone to just click that like button. So you're asking them to, do a huge amount of heavy lifting by leaving your review. So make it easy. Like for this case, if you're finding something valuable in here, I'd appreciate you going and leaving me a review at dropthestrap.com/review. And I have that redirecting to a pre-populated 5-star Google review. Because if someone, if I'm talking to somebody and they're like, this is extremely beneficial, thank you very much, then I can say, hey, go to dropthestrap.com/review, drop me a 5-star review. I'd really appreciate it. And it helps me out. So do that. Check out those insights. And yet again, this is a place for you to be active. And the more active you are on there, responding to reviews, posting photos, posting posts, that's just more indication to Google that you are a responsible business owner. All right. And lastly, let me know how I can help. You can ping me on Twitter, or you can drop by go to the dropthestrap.com website, and, let me know what questions you have. I'm always making additional content based off the questions and things I have people ask me about and want further explanation. So if you're having trouble with not getting into that 3-pack and you've set up your Google My Business account, and might need to do a little optimization there, or we might need to do a little bit more than what we can do within Google My Business. So reach out, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.